Should your whole management team go through an OSHA 10 course? Now, as a safety manager, you've probably been through an OSHA 10, maybe even an OSHA 30 course, and you know the benefits. You know what you learned and the information you gained from that course. But oftentimes I get asked, as an OSHA outreach trainer that provides this training on a regular basis, I get asked, is this the right training for my managers? They're not safety managers. Should they go through an OSHA 10? Let's talk about it. I want to tell you 3 reasons why your management team should go through an OSHA 10 course. And then I'm going to give you one big reason why they shouldn't. Okay? So 3 reasons why they should, 1 reason why they shouldn't, and then you can make an educated decision on whether or not to spend the time and invest this time in your management team. Okay? The number 1 reason, or the number 1 on the list anyway, that they should go through an OSHA 10 course is because it focuses them on safety. And let's face it, people are busy. You're busy, your management team is busy. And if I pull my QC manager away for 10 hours, I'm pulling them off the floor so they can focus in on OSHA. They can focus in on safety. And their focus becomes safety. And they start to see things through the lens of safety. And it really helps emphasize how important safety is in everyone's job, whether it's a shipping manager or the plant manager or the QC manager, or the maintenance manager. When you pull the team into a room and you say, hey, we're going to talk about safety and nothing else, it cuts out the distractions and it laser focuses you on safety. And you'll see a lot of good benefits that come from that. Now, the second reason that it's a good idea to send your whole management team through an OSHA 10 course is because it creates a unity. It creates a bond. It creates a team atmosphere where you guys realize, hey, we're in this together. A good trainer, and one of the things I do every single time is I encourage conversation. So I'm not just sitting there plugging videos into the DVD player or clicking on links to watch videos. There's some video content, but most of it is presentations, communication, lectures, and I get people to interact. And so you'll have people discussing hazards or problems or accidents that have happened specific to that company. And all of a sudden you start to get a bond that forms where people realize, man, we're all in this together. And now I understand why that accident happened, because maintenance was focused on this, production was focused on this, and no one was really thinking about how somebody would get hurt. So building unity in your team is a big reason to send everybody to an OSHA 10 course or to have an instructor like me come in and do the training. Now, the third reason is because it makes you official. You get a card. You get a Department of Labor card showing that you've been through the OSHA 10 course. You understand the material. You get detailed information on specific topics that you get to select electives for. You get to pick certain topics. It's kind of like when you go to college or even in high school, where you're picking, some things are core classes. Everyone's got to have math and English, but you get to pick a few electives that you slide in there that fit to your company. So it makes you official. You get key information about specific safety topics that are relevant to you. And so that's a good thing. So just to recap, the 3 reasons why you should have your management team go to an OSHA 10 course. Number 1, it creates unity. Number 2, it focuses everybody on safety. And number 3, it's going to make you official with a card that makes everyone feel like, you know what, I accomplished something. And that card stays with the employee. It doesn't go with the company, it goes with the individual. So it does build people up and build that team atmosphere. Now, let's talk about the one big glaring reason why you shouldn't do an OSHA 10 course with your management team. It takes 10 hours. And it's got to be 10 hours. It can't be 9.5. And what's funny about this, no matter how many times I teach this course, I always explain, look, we're going to be doing this over the course of 4 days. It's 2 hours. The first 2 days, it's 3 hours. The next 2 days, a total of 10 hours. If you can't participate, if you can't be there, then you don't get a card, right? You can join, you can come to 9.5 hours of it. If you're not there for the full 10, you don't get a card. So there are specific requirements you have to follow. And the biggest one is OSHA 10 means you are there for 10 hours of instructional time. That doesn't include breaks. That doesn't include lunch. So you can't just figure that we're going to do a 10-hour shift and we're going to have a 10-hour class. It's got to be broken up over multiple days. It's got to be scheduled, and everyone's got to be there. Now, let's face it, that can be a challenge. Sometimes your maintenance has an emergency where they have to go do something else and leave the floor. And you go, maybe that's not a good fit. Maybe instead of doing OSHA 10, we come in and we do a customized training program for your company. So we cover the topics, and you're like, you know what, we don't need math and English. We really just want to focus on social studies and history or whatever. That way you can take the requirements out of it, and we can customize a safety training that fits your company specifically. Now, the downside is you won't get the card, you won't be official, but you do get documented safety training from a safety professional, an OSHA outreach trainer that will teach you exactly what you want to know. So that's why you should. That's why you might consider doing it a different way. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. There'll be a link, helpwithosha.com. Schedule a call. We can do a safety assessment over the phone, and we can determine which course is right for you, which type of training is best for you. And whether you use me or not, I think it'll be a very helpful call. Now, until we talk again, don't forget, what you do is important. As a safety manager, you are preventing people from having a life-altering injury, and no one should get hurt at work.